Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. You can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. So what should be James Gunn's and Peter Safran's first DC Universe movie? Now, you all know I'm a huge Superman fan, so you're going to be surprised at what I say next. It shouldn't be Superman, it shouldn't be Batman, it shouldn't be Wonder Woman, it shouldn't even be Green Lantern. If I was them, the first movie I'd be launching DC Universe with would be Booster Gold. But why, Mick? Who asked for a Booster Gold movie? Shh. Fingers on lips and listen for a change. Right. Booster Gold, like Iron Man in 2008, doesn't have any preconceived notions from the general audience or even comic book stands as a whole. So literally you're introducing a character where nobody really knows him. Like Iron Man in 2008, Booster Gold is a character that can go through a journey of discovery, a character that can evolve, a character that starts like, very, very selfish, look at me, I'm vain, I'm the best, I'm this. Like Iron Man in 2008, very similar to what they did with Booster Gold in the Smallville episode Booster, and it really worked for the character because there are a few characters that the audience have no preconceived notions about that they could do a first DC Universe movie with. I mean, Blue Beetle would have been perfect. Unfortunately, by the end of next year, Blue Beetle would have been tainted by the people who have already been fired. Unfortunately, I hope Blue Beetle's a great movie, but again, I have my doubts because basically the people who made last year's movies and produced and recruited the people making next year's movies have been fired. So why should anyone have any trust on anything they're going to do? So Blue Beetle and Booster Gold together would have been perfect. Now, we have to put to one side when we're talking about this, whether or not DCEU and DC Universe are a same but a rebranded universe and franchise. It's something we don't know at this moment, and I can't wait until we're finally told and given some context there. But this is why I feel that Booster Gold would be the perfect launch movie. Because there's so much pressure around DC Universe and what they're going to do, and there's so much kind of lack of faith from the general audience in DC movies as a whole, and this is why I feel Booster Gold would be absolutely perfect, because as I say, there's no preconceived notions about the character. No one's going to start saying, this should be Booster Gold, that should be Booster Gold, this is not a good Booster Gold, what about the other actor who played Booster Gold? No one's going to do that. No one's going to go back to that Smallville episode and say, oh my God, why couldn't it be that actor? Or silly things like that. There are no preconceived notions. But the reason Iron Man worked in 2008, nobody asked for an Iron Man movie, nobody asked for him to be adapted into live action, and nobody gave a shit about Iron Man in 2008. What did they do? They put a really famous actor in the role. It worked. They redeemed the character by the end of the movie and made him a hero. He was also a very funny character, but could also be very serious and dramatic when he needed to be. And this is why I feel that Booster Gold could actually be DC Universe's Iron Man and could work in similar ways. So if it were me, that's what I would do. That's what I would go for. The Booster Gold would be my first movie. I think Booster Gold would be a perfect launch movie into the universe, because you know what's interesting, especially if they kind of say, right, he's from the future. He's come to the present day. Like they did in Smallville, where he stole a Legion ring and came to the past. This means he knows about the Justice League in the future. He knows what happens. So there's some interesting things we could have here. We could have a movie where at first he's this immoral guy who goes around gambling on future events and things like that. Basically, I think we could have a lot of fun with a Booster Gold movie. Now, what's very interesting about this could actually be a reality. This could be what James and Peter are planning themselves. because a few weeks ago on another social media platform that isn't Twitter, James Gunn asked fans what DC character who hasn't had a movie yet would they like to see in a movie on the big screen. And the character who won out the vote was Booster Gold himself. Now, James Gunn said just because people voted mostly for Booster Gold, it didn't mean they were going to get a movie for him, but it could be reverse psychology. Could it be that James Gunn told us that he won the vote because he's hinting that Booster Gold will in fact get his own movie either as a launch pad for the new DC Universe or eventually as part of the DC Universe? So I think it's very, very interesting. But if the vote was a genuine vote and that's who people voted for, it's clear DC fans want to see a Booster Gold movie. And why wouldn't they? In fact, a few years ago, Greg Berlanti was actually developing a Booster Gold movie. Now, I don't want to see Greg Berlanti's Booster Gold, but I certainly want to see a Booster Gold movie. And I feel Booster Gold would absolutely be the right character to launch the DC Universe because of the reasons I've given already. Nobody has preconceived ideas. Nobody kind of thinks of what actor should play Booster Gold. And you could actually put a very famous actor in that role with a bit of personality. It would be a lot of fun. You could really launch a brand new DC Universe live action franchise via Booster Gold. I want to know what you think. Who do you want to have the first movie to launch the DC Universe? Let me know. This has been Movies TV Mad with me, Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wife. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss this beautiful perfection. And I'll see you again in the next video. Until I see you again, goodbye, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.